What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I am OG Orange Gatorade. I'm a little late on making this video. The playoffs have already started. I believe it was on Saturday, but your boy was working, and on Sunday, of course, we have Easter Sunday. You gotta spend time with the fam. So I'm here on Monday. Game one of every series has already been played out. So yeah, I apologize, but I'm gonna do this video either way. This is just gonna be me giving up some predictions, some hot takes on the 2022 NBA playoffs, which I think is going to be a really, really unpredictable, great finals or playoffs, whatever you want to call it. So it should be interesting. I'm going to be wrong a lot throughout this video, which should be fun to come back to and, make fun of. But yeah, I just want to get into this. So first of all, first series, we have the 1 versus the 8. That's the Suns versus the New Orleans Pelicans, which they played game one last night, and the Suns looked amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this one out of the way. Suns are gonna probably sweep the Pelicans, or get them out in 5 games, the gentleman's sweep or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the Suns are a team that I had doubts about when they were in the finals last season because I was just not saying that they were like a bad team, but I was just questioning like the validity of how they got to the finals. They played the Lakers without AD, the Nuggets without Jamal Murray, and then, in the Western Conference Finals, they played the Clippers without Kawhi. So, I was just kind of questioning that. I wasn't saying that they were a bad team. But with that being said, I did not expect them to be, the number one team in terms of record in the entire NBA. So my hat is staying on, but my theoretical hat is getting tipped to the Phoenix Suns for proving me wrong, really. And I think that they're probably going to make the finals. I'm going to hold off on that a little bit to the end of this video, but it's going to be hard for them to overcome the CP3 curse. A lot of teams have not. Well, every team has not been able to overcome it. So let's see how that plays out. And up next, you have the Mavericks and the Jazz. Two teams that are really known for just kind of like fizzling out in the playoffs. Luka always tries to put the team on his back. The Mavericks are just not a great playoff team without him. So I have the Jazz taking this series. Again, the Jazz, they just disappoint every time. I think Quinn Snyder is a bad coach. He can't make in-game adjustments, and that has led to, his team just having so many disappointing playoff runs. I think, really every year they've had Donovan Mitchell when they've made the playoffs, which is every year they've had Donovan Mitchell. They just been disappointing. We always expected, especially last season, we expected so much more out of this Jazz team. And I forget who they lost to, but they didn't even make the conference finals. They lost to the Clippers. But yeah, I mean, super disappointing. And I don't think they're going to get past the Suns. So, whoever wins this series, good luck. But the Suns look amazing right now. So that's going to be tough. Up next, you have Memphis and Minnesota. This should actually be a really interesting series. I know the game one was kind of a blowout, Timberwolves just kind of ran them off the court, but it's still going to be an interesting series. You have two young stars in Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant. And yeah, they're just going to be, giving each other buckets every single night. So that's going to be super, super fun to watch. I honestly think I have the Timberwolves coming out of this series, but it's still early. A lot can happen. Regardless of who wins this, I think that they will lose the next round. But again, let me hold off. You have the Warriors and the Nuggets. I wanted this series to be good, but after seeing game one, I think that the Warriors are going to get the Nuggets out of here, relatively easily. They had Steph coming off the bench and they still beat him by like 20. So it's going to be a huge, huge uphill battle for Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets, but I just don't think they can match the firepower that Golden State has. They're just a very hot team right now, and I don't know who wants to see them besides, Phoenix maybe. Moving on to the East before I get into the Western Conference semis. We'll just go back and forth until we get to the conference finals for each. So we had the Miami Heat taking on the Atlanta Hawks, the 1 versus the 8 in the East. I was really disrespecting the Miami Heat in my free agency video. I knew they were going to be a playoff team, but I didn't think that they were going to be, great. But they are a very good team right now. They were having a little bit of a meltdown towards the end of the season. Jimmy Butler getting into it with Coach Spoelstra and Udonis Haslem, which is like, why is Udonis Haslem even here? He's like 43. My man's just on the bench. He's basically an assistant coach at this point. But yeah, he got into it with Udonis Haslem and Eric Spoelstra. I don't think that's going to be a problem when it comes to getting past the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah, hopefully Miami can prove me right, because the Hawks are not a tough playoff matchup at all. Trae Young is their best player and he leads the league in turnovers. So he kind of is like a self-inflicted or autoimmune type of player. So like it's very rare that the star of the team can be the one that hurts them the most, but I feel like that is the case with Trae Young. So yeah, I don't think the Hawks are gonna have a type of run that they did last year, where they made the Eastern Conference Finals, which was absolutely ridiculous. That was one of my favorite moments of last season, was the Hawks playoff run. Albeit they did beat the 76ers in the conference finals, which is basically like having to beat like a fucking YMCA wheelchair basketball team, because the Sixers just lay down in the playoffs. They just let anyone walk over them. Pretty hilarious, but hats off to the Hawks for getting here at least. Congrats. Moving on, we have probably the most uninteresting matchup of the entire playoffs, the 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. Bro, it feels like every single playoffs we have a Raptors 76ers series, and they get no love from me. I don't give a damn about this series. But I fully expect the 76ers to win this series. If they lose this series, I mean, this team is just cursed. There's just no better explanation. This team is just absolutely cursed. How many formulas have we seen them try? But yeah, if Harden and Embiid don't work out, I mean, come on. That's just sad. But yeah, I have the Sixers getting past the Hawks. I mean, sorry, the Raptors. I don't know if it'll be easy. I think this series is going like 6 games, probably. Just because of how much of chokers the Sixers are, really. I mean, I don't really have faith in the Raptors because they were so bad in the first game, but we'll see. Definitely the best first round matchup right here. The Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, this is like conference finals worthy matchup in round 1. I mean, we are so blessed to have such a great bracket this year. So yeah, this is going to be probably my favorite series to watch for the first round. I think it should be everybody's. The first game was very close. You have KD disappointing, Kyrie just giving the Celtics buckets, just straight buckets. This man did not eat or drink anything because Ramadan and whatnot, and he gave them like 37 or something like that. 30s, I don't care. Someone's gonna correct me in the comments, so it really doesn't matter. So let's just say he gave him 37, but unbelievable from Kyrie. This dude is not human. He's not human. I swear to God, bro. He's literally like a spiritual figure. He was sent here from some other realm, and he's just a basketball god. Unreal stuff from Kyrie, and KD needs to be better, obviously, if they're going to win this series. He was horrible last night, or did they play? Yeah, they played yesterday. It wasn't last night, but it was yesterday, and KD was not good. Up next, you had the Bucks and the Chicago Bulls. Game 1 was so bad. Like, I know people like low scoring games every once in a while, and I'm kind of on the same boat with them, but it really depends on how the game ends up being low scoring. I don't want to watch the Bulls take and miss 15 like wide open threes in the fourth quarter to lose this game, which is basically what happened. The quick 2 was always there, but Vucevic and DeMar was horrible. So yeah, they were just taking stupid threes when they just needed 2s. Just bad IQ and bad coaching from the Bulls last night. It was hard to watch. Yeah, I have the Bucks winning this series like very convincingly. I don't think you should get any argument out of that. Coach Billy Donovan is clearly not ready to make a deep run with this team just yet. And the body language for the Bulls last night was awful. I mean, you saw Vucevic like missed that layup after, you know, Veen took the horrible three or whatever. And he's just walking, you know, up the court like head head fucking bobbling and shit. Like, bro, pick your head up. There is like there were at least like a couple minutes left on the clock, and he was acting like he just blew the game. And you know, stuff like that just kind of shows that they quit already, you know. So that's a bad look for the Bulls. Like I said, they're gonna get up out of here first round, I believe. And I'm gonna move on to the semifinal matchups. So I had the Suns and the Jazz coming out of their respective rounds. And I think, you know, with what I said before with Quinn Snyder just not being a great playoff coach, not being able to make in-game adjustments, I think the Suns will get the Jazz out of here in like 5 games, bro. Like, oh my God, the Suns look so good right now. Like, they look amazing. I've never had my expectations for a certain team just get blown out of the water like this. I mean, Devin Booker is turning into a superstar in front of our eyes, and it's so fun to watch. So yeah, I don't think the Utah Jazz are in any way gonna give the Suns problems. So, you know, Suns make the Western Conference Finals very convincingly, almost as convincingly as last season. Moving on, I had the Timberwolves coming out of their series and the Warriors coming out of theirs. And I think we're going to get a Suns-Warriors Western Conference Finals. Can't wait to be wrong on that and have people come back to this video. But yeah, Suns-Warriors in the Western Conference Finals just makes too much sense to me right now. I mean, they're both very hot right now. And, you know, after seeing the Grizzlies struggle to put away the Timberwolves, I'm definitely questioning their legitimacy of, you know, being the 2 seed. So yeah, I think the Warriors will get the Timberwolves out in we'll say 6 games. I don't have any first round games going to 7. Actually, I changed my mind. I might have the Sixers and the Raptors going 7 games just because the Sixers try so hard to take themselves out of the playoffs. It's hilarious. Like they really do not want to be there. But anyways, yeah, Warriors, Timberwolves probably going 6 games. And moving on to the Eastern Conference, Miami Heat and the 76ers. Oof, that will definitely go 7 games. I am not even going to question that. So, all matchups considered, all depth considered, I will probably have the Miami Heat coming out of that round. But like I just don't know, because Embiid is just such a different breed that you really got to account for him as like 2 players almost. You know, you can get one Embiid one night and then God mode Embiid the other night. But it's gonna be tough. Like, I really don't know how to cut that one down. I might have to come back to that or, you know, change my mind. But Sixers Heat should be, you know, a pretty great series if it does end up happening. And I feel so bad giving like a concrete prediction on this, but I'm gonna have to say the Heat, bro. The Sixers just do not belong in the conference finals. They never will make it. They never ever are gonna make it. I'm sorry. Heat are gonna beat the Sixers in about 6 or 7 games, if that. Moving on. Dude, did I even say who was gonna come out of the Celtics and the Nets series? Because now I'm gonna look like an idiot because I literally just forgot who I said. Oh man. Okay. So I think. Oh God. This is literally like predicting the final. This is probably harder than predicting the finals, this first round matchup. Oh man, I have the Nets coming out of the Celtics round. I'm sorry. I know I definitely said the Celtics the first time, but I have the Nets. Just considering that they were 1 point away from stealing game 1 at the Garden. Yeah, I think the Nets will make it out. I don't think KD is going to be as bad as he was in game 1. So there you go. Nets will make it out, and they will face the Milwaukee Bucks in the conference semifinals, and the Bucks will get them out of here in 6 or 7 games. Calling it right now. Might not even take that many games. The Bucks are pure bread right now. They are championship pedigree, whatever you want to call them. They're that. They are such a well-built team right now. And I just don't see anyone besting them in a 7 game series. So yeah, the Bucks take out the Nets to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the Miami Heat. And in the West, we have the Suns and the Warriors. And the winner of that series, oh man, if we got a Suns Warriors Western Conference Finals, that would be incredible. That is like Christmas morning type wishes right there. That would be one of my favorite series, I think, to the date that I have ever been alive for. And that is definite. That has to go 7 games, right? The Suns and the Warriors. I mean, damn, 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 damn. Oh my goodness. This is such a tough pick. I should have just had this bracket made out before I made this video. I'm literally doing all of these on the spot right now, so I'm sorry that like there's like just like a lot of dead time in this video where I have to think. But man, dude, I think we're gonna get the Suns and the Bucks in the finals again. I think we're gonna get the Suns and the Bucks. There you go. That's my prediction. So that means the Suns come out of their series with the Warriors and the Bucks come out of their series with the Heat, respectfully. Respectfully. And I have the Bucks winning the finals. So, yes, that is 100% how this entire NBA finals is going, or NBA playoffs. Holy shit! I just 100% got all of these matchups right. I mean, damn, James. Whew. That was a lot. Oh man, we are at the 16 and 45 second minute mark. But I don't know if I want to give any like bold predictions or hot takes anymore, because this video is long as shit and I didn't realize that until just now. So yeah, I think the finals MVP is gonna be, well, it's either Giannis or Devin Booker, really, or on whoever's team is winning. Or maybe CP3. But like I said, the CP3 curse is so strong that I just don't think the Suns will be able to overcome it, even though they look phenomenal right now. They look like a historic championship team that we will talk about, for 5-10 years in the future. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it off. I'm sorry that I dragged this video out way too long than it had to be, and I appreciate you guys for watching and sitting through all that. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.